going to be interesting today to see what Donald Trump ends up doing with his Trump Media stock. Um, Yesterday, the 18th, was the lockout deadline for Donald Trump being able to spend and sell his Trump Media stock. Now, I don't know if that was for every share he owns or only a portion, but as long as it closed over $12 a share at the end of business yesterday, that lockout period was ended as far as I am aware. Now, it closed at $15.62 a share, well ahead of that $12 market or $12 price point per share. So Donald Trump is now free, the way I understand it, to be able to start selling off his shares of the company. He said at the end of, or he said Friday, that he was not going anywhere. He loved True Social. He wasn't going to sell his stock. But the more this stock continues to tank, the urge to sell is going to be greater with Donald Trump because the longer he waits, the less it's going to be worth. Now, when they initially launched this stock, it was about $60 a share. It had a peak of about $70 a share, and now it's down to under 16. For every dollar it drops, that is costing Donald Trump about $115 million in value for all of his shares. He's lost a big chunk of value so far because his stock continues to drop. And that's for multiple reasons. Part of the reason it has dropped has been because people expected it to bounce back after he won the presidency. It was kind of buoying it up because he planned to have people shift over their government accounts from Twitter to Truth Social. Well, it's not looking likely that Donald Trump is going to win the presidency, and he's had some disastrous events between here and there, which has caused his stock price to drop. Beyond that, there's been numerous financial reports coming out about Truth Social and about how it is losing a lot of money, losing hundreds of millions of dollars and not making barely any profit by comparison. So people are saying it's not financially solvent, it's upside down, and it's not doesn't look like a good investment risk. So we'll see if Donald Trump starts to panic and starts to sell any of this off today as the markets open, and what he chooses to do, because as much as he doesn't want to sell it off and panic people by selling some of his shares, the longer he waits, the more money it's going to cost him. And if he starts to move any massive amount of shares, it's going to tank the stock price even lower because he owns like 57% of the company. If a main investor starts to sell off a large quantity of their shares, people go, oh, even he wants out of this. This isn't a good investment. And they start to sell too. And the stock price keeps dropping. So we'll see what he chooses to do. But I don't expect him to hold on to that stock much longer just because he needs a way to access some of that capital and that cash. And if he waits too long, it's going to be worthless anyway.